Hi, my name's Natalie. I'm one of the registered dietitians and wellness consultants with MyWay to Health, and I'd like to just spend a moment or two talking to you about creating that separation between work and home. Now, for many of us, we never really thought about the physical space between work and home being such a benefit. It's never really had to, right? Um, but now, however, we've kind of removed that physical distance between work and home. And therefore, we might need to create some other barriers to keep work and home really separate now that we don't have distance doing it. And there's a few things I'd like to focus on. First of all, uh, the commute, right? The commute is not something, sitting in traffic, not something that we necessarily like to do. However, it does create this both mental and physical space for us to transition from being at home and being on the job. So sometimes creating some bookends, some artificial bookends to your day can become part of that routine. That might look like getting the dog out for a short, even just 5-minute walk around the block at the start of your day and right as you kind of sign off from your workspace. It could also look like a 5-minute stretching opportunity at the beginning and end of your day. Um, a specific, hot tea at the beginning and end of your day. Just something to really create that separation. Um, the second thing, of course, is that workspace. If you're lucky enough to have an independent workspace, um, then being sure to really remove yourself at the end of the day and to try to keep that space dedicated to your work. If you are sharing space, if it's a common area, then making sure to really close off your computers and set those away so that they're not something that you're constantly looking at or constantly uh, thinking about checking that email one more time or completing a task that you thought of later on. Along that same line, creating those task lists, right? So at the beginning of your day, maybe that's how you bookend it, is at the beginning and end of your day, you're kind of looking at those tasks for the next day, jotting a few down so that throughout the evening you're not thinking. Um, your brain is away from those sorts of things. Um, Really, two more things. Just one is the regularity of meals and snacks. Very easy to just kind of fly through your day without stopping for that dedicated lunch break, um, or to just find yourself kind of snacking throughout the day. Again, not sitting down for that dedicated lunchtime. A great idea is to really plan out your day, your meal ahead of time, just like you would if you were going into the office. So keeping as much of that usual as possible. And lastly, in your home, you're probably not having to like walk down the hall to fill up your water or use the restroom. A lot of those are going to be a lot closer, right? We don't quite have the space that we might have. So uh, the movement breaks are just less worked in, baked in. So creating artificial ones, right, by setting reminders on your Outlook calendar for a 5-minute stretching break, a just walk outside to check the mail or um, get a little bit of fresh air are all great ways to kind of create these routines one by one. So those are just a few notes, really creating that separation between work and home, thinking about the lack of physical distance, so needing to create some different types of barriers. It just looks a little different. So remember that we're available. The wellness consultants are available for you, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thanks.